All right, hello and welcome again to yet another live session, the part-time traders live session. This is actually the very last part-time live traders live session for this week. It's been a bit of a very quiet market from the beginning of this week up till today. That we now saw action due to Brexit matters. Okay, due to Brexit issues. The resignation of one of those key officials actually caused a heavy market spike across the sterling pound space. Attention is now shifted from the American dollars to the sterling pounds, okay, to the sterling pounds across this. Whenever there is movement, whenever there is a price action, whenever price comes alive, then we tend to see plenty of trading opportunities. Since the beginning of this week, the opportunities have been, or the green light to trade have been around the American dollar pairs. But after the news spike today, it has now shifted to the sterling pounds crosses. So we are going to look into more of a sterling pounds pairs right now, searching for valid trading opportunities for tomorrow. The technical chart or the technical analysis or price action itself is a beautiful thing. You can see the euro against the sterling pounds. In fact, it gave us the hint. We spotted this channel a few days ago. If you can remember, you see how price just reacted from that point to the upside. We didn't trade any of the sterling pound pairs because the market was too quiet, and it was indeed a trap. Many traders would have been burnt by that spike as we saw across board. All right, let's look into those pairs very quickly now. First one is the euro against the American dollar. Yesterday we talked about price not really doing anything significant. You can see that sideways movement that I was talking about yesterday, because the monthly candle has to close as a pin bar. Okay, because the monthly candle, the weekly candle has to close as a pin bar, possibly as a pin bar. You can see the candle reaction of that key level of support, that one here. So if this candle closes as a pin bar by tomorrow, then next week we have a valid trading opportunity for a long entry for price to move to the upside. So let's just still wait. Tomorrow we might see a little push again to the upside before that candle will close, if indeed it will close as a pin bar. Okay, if indeed it will close as a pin bar. Anything can happen, even in the dime minute. It can drop back down, but if it does remain up here. All right, let's move on. The next one is the sterling pound against the Canadian currency, or the Canadian dollar. Here we are seeing a very valid trading opportunity being presented before us here. I have actually conducted all of this analysis. I just want to show you the trade plan for most of these pairs. In the sterling pound against the Canadian dollar, in the forward time frame, you can see how this area here was holding price as support. In fact, it was a range. It was a range. So we'll be following this. What we need to see here is for price to make that pullback. Anywhere around this zone will be an area for us to look for a short opportunity in the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. Okay, that will be a valid entry, a high quality trade. We need to keep this on our radar. A similar one is the sterling pounds against the Swiss franc. This is another high quality signal coming. You can see how price came down here, found support, the previous level excuse me, the previous level of support right there. Okay, coming together there, support there again. Now broken to the downside very nicely. If we get price making that pullback, this area here would be a nice point for us to look for short opportunity. This is a high quality setup if price does make that pullback to that area. Another one is the sterling pound against the Australian dollar. In the forward time frame, you can see that range. It was a sideways market behavior before the breakout happened. If we get a pullback to that area, then we can have another nice shot from that point. Well, I am thinking we might not really see a pullback to that area, maybe a counter trend line level. Anyway, let's just keep this aside and see if we can get pullbacks, all right, in any form to somewhere there. Then we'll be having some nice crash back down. We'll keep that again. The sterling pounds against the Japanese yen, the same thing, high quality setup here. If price can make a pullback to anywhere here, we'll be very happy to click on our sell button in this pairs. In this sterling pound pairs, we are going to follow them without giving any break. Okay, I am going to set sound alarm all over those levels because these are high, very high quality signals or setups coming. If we get those pullback, then we are going to make some fantastic trading opportunities before the week trading activities close for this week. Right, the American dollar against the Canadian dollar here. Price has broken a key level. I am holding some short trades in this pair. I am still believing to add more trades. Okay. Give me a second, please. Okay, I think the stream, I don't know if you are watching it perfectly from your end. I just noticed an error and I hope I have not been talking to myself all of this while. Anyway, for those of you in the Telegram channel, for this, because of this bad stream quality, I will be sending those charts of interest across via the Telegram channel, so you can see the trade plan for those pairs that we are following. Okay, all right. I was talking about the American dollar against the Canadian dollar. This is a nice pair that I have been following. Price has broken a key level of support, a very key level of support in this pair. If price makes a pullback to this zone, we should be looking for short opportunities right here. Okay, should be looking for short opportunities. It is a high quality setup. In fact, in the let me take a look here. Okay, it's a high quality setup. Let's just wait for that pullback to see if we can find our short entries. How about the American dollar against Japanese yen? In the okay, price is still turning to the downside in this pair, and price is trading around a key level of resistance in the intraday time frame. This level right here. From here on, I expect price to still keep pushing to the downside in this pair. I'm still waiting for enough confirmation before I can hit on my sell button. This pair should be pushing to the downside. Finally, the American dollar against the Swiss franc. I am very bearish here. I am holding some positions here. Well, this pair might also not do much for this week. Okay, the move itself is expected to happen from next week. You can also see how price is giving us a pin bar in the weekly time frame. Okay, I expect to see a heavy drop in this pair to the downside, just like we're expecting to see a bounce in the euro against the American dollar in the weekly time frame. That pin bar, just like we are expecting this pin bar, that is the same thing that is happening in the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, that's a high probability zone to look for short entries. It is a high probability zone, so we are going to keep that trade. Do not expect much to happen. Let's see if we can get a pin bar for this week. Obviously, this trade will not be closed for this week. It should be allowed to run until next week. There's something I need to show you. I think one of those pairs had a very high quality setup. Okay, the sterling pounds against the Japanese yen, we are having a very high quality setup. If we are to trade any of those sterling pounds crosses, I think this should be the best of all. Okay, it should be the best of all. I am not considering this flat bottom triangle anymore, because that is not actually the pattern, but we can still keep the lower leg of that triangle in the daily time frame. But in the weekly time frame, we are back to this. Remember, it was a channel. I'm sure you can still remember this. Okay, remember it was a channel that we kept. That price has been swinging up and down, and right now price has high probability to come back down. So it is quite safer to search for short opportunities in the sterling pounds against the Japanese yen. If you look into the daily time frame, we can keep this level, but hey, it is not that significant to me anymore. In fact, I might prefer to keep this one. Let's keep this one. Okay, let's keep that one there with support here, support here. So this pair has room to push to the downside, and that is why in the intraday time frames or in the 4 hours time frame, we should be waiting for price to make that pullback. Okay, nice pullback to anywhere here. We'll be looking for short entries back down. This is a high quality setup that we should follow for tomorrow. Okay, all right folks, so thanks for watching. This is basically all. You see, trading the forex market is something that you cannot force. You have to do it little by little, and the profit will come as the market itself develops. If there is no valid trading opportunities, then you don't really want to take that risk gambling your money away in the forex market. Thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll talk again before the London market opens for tomorrow. By the way, if you have questions or contributions, please feel absolutely free. Send them across, and we'll be extremely happy to respond to them. Do have a nice time. Bye bye.